I am talking to the newest member of the 3 Cloud family.
Yeah, that's right.
Will Aguilar.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Well, we're here on a beautiful Friday evening in front of the data bus, and we've known each other for a few years now, as you've been part of the Oregon data community and
that's
have
right.
volunteered at SQL Saturdays and events. So we appreciate that. What are you most excited about as you're beginning a new adventure?
Well, I mean, for one, a lot of the people I've met here at this dinner, I've known for a long time, just through, like you said, various interactions with the Oregon data community. And so there's been a lot of outside looking in, and so kind of being part of that team is in a functional perspective, in a functional way, is actually really exciting to me. In addition, I've been working with a company that's been working on legacy systems, and kind of breathing life into systems that we need to keep rolling so we can update the new one. And so those legacy processes, we've had to shave and decommission as certain things just become inaccessible. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that we haven't grown as a company from a technological perspective. So learning the latest and greatest is also kind of been kind of a driving force for me to move to a new company.
Yeah.
So
I understand.
And I've heard again from many of the contacts here at this dinner that's a big thing, is beyond the kind of the bleeding edge of technology.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think we live in this space that. We do use a lot of new tools and a lot of new services, and that's exciting, and sometimes it's a little exhausting to keep up with it. And I used to work as a trainer, and sometimes we would teach on brand new tools, and the joke was that you would turn the page to look at the next topic just before you presented it. And I think that's what we do sometimes, since we're working with, as you say, these bleeding edge services. When you quickly become the expert, it's like being the Dread Pirate Roberts. You kind of step into these shoes, and then you quickly make sure that you can own up to them.
right.
But then we also have to accommodate legacy systems and older databases, and because we work with large companies and that's what they run on.
Right.
And so it's an interesting space that we live in. What are your goals as you kind of forge into this new space?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of succinct goals, but I definitely want to expand skills that I've been working with. I've been working with a lot of SSIS tabular models, keeping systems that were designed for people multiple years ago, like 10 years ago in some cases. And some of them by developers who are no longer with the company. Is pretty exciting for me. I want to be able to kind of move on.
Yeah,
and not
understand that.
Although I will say that there is some fondness for those legacy systems, because it would be kind of like a scenario where it's not working and you don't know why. All you get is this ambiguous error message, and you have to dig in through. From the very start of it, where we see in the dim tables, and kind of dig through each view, each stored procedure into the ETLs and tabular models, and see where's the problem. And it's not always, right there on the surface. It's oftentimes you have to find it because somebody put the wrong error in a set of 10,000.
In the topic of work-life balance and kind of offsetting work, I understand that you actually have a rather intense hobby. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So recently I've been getting back into doing Spartan races, and if you don't know, the Spartan race is it's not quite an annual, it's actually a year-round race, but they have it here in Washougal, and that's actually the Spartan PDX race. And there are 3 specific kinds that I like to do. There's the Sprint, the Super, and the Beast, and they add up to about, if you do all 3 of them, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 kilometers, I believe.
Oh gosh.
The one I'm doing in a month, less than a month, it's actually a couple weeks from now, is the one in Washougal, and that's a 5K race with 20 obstacles and A lot of mud.
Okay.
And
So is this similar to like the Tough Mudder? Is it that kind
it's
of
very
event?
similar. In fact,
Yeah.
it's compared to that very often. And so this year, it's a really big deal for me because I've been trying to do the trifecta, which is where you do a sprint, the 10-kilometer super, and then the 20-kilometer beast. And you have to do them all in one calendar year. So I'm going to be doing the first one, the sprint, in August, and then another 2 in one weekend in September. So so to train for it, and this is again coming back to going from the keyboard to doing something a little more physical, just kind of like change things up, like today, for example, I did an 8-mile run before I came here. So and then yesterday I've been actually working on a project where I have a pull-up bar and Olympic wooden rings in my garage, so I've reclaimed some of that space. And
Wow.
so yeah, it's been
Olympic rings in the garage.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
have some headroom there, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not doing the Iron Cross or anything like
Okay.
that, but yeah, you can do a lot of different workouts with that just because you're using your body weight for resistance. So yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, that's very impressive. Thank you.